Stop, just for 30 seconds. This moment might be the one that shifts everything, not just your thoughts, but your very sense of existence. We rush through life chasing answers, chasing success, chasing meaning. But sometimes what you're seeking isn't ahead of you. It's behind the veil, where your soul left a message waiting to be remembered. A message not written in words, but in energy, in echoes, in the silent knowing that you were always more than you were told. Have you ever sensed something's missing? A feeling that the most important part of the story was erased? That's because it was. And the one thing they didn't want you to remember was your soul's journey before you were born. The moment you took your first breath, something ancient inside you sighed and slept. But it did not die. It waits patiently for you to remember. Over 1,000 years ago, a forbidden text, the Codex Animae, dared to reveal this sacred truth. And now, it has resurfaced. But it wasn't just a book. It was a map, a guide written not with ink, but with soul memory. A mirror for those ready to look deeper, deeper than belief, deeper than fear, deeper than the surface of life itself. And if you felt that quiet pull, that inner knowing that whispers, there's more to this story, then this was meant to find you, because the Codex reveals what was hidden, that before you were born, your soul walked a sacred path, a path through 7 stages, each one preparing you for this very moment. And these aren't just stories from another age. They're echoes, whispers from your own higher self, reminding you you've already been here. You just forgot. This isn't about adding new knowledge. It's about recovering what was always yours, the story of your becoming, the truth of your origin. And it begins here. Each stage holds a key, a memory, a purpose. Let's begin. Stage 1, the soul's invitation. Before the first heartbeat, before time, there is a call. The universal consciousness whispers across eternity, inviting you to evolve again. You said yes. You chose to return, to feel, to grow, to love again. And that choice wasn't made lightly. It was made with cosmic clarity. You knew the risks, you knew the forgetting, but still, you chose the earth because growth can only happen where there's resistance. The soul never accepts an invitation unless it contains the potential for expansion. You didn't come here by accident. You came with intent. Stage 2, the mirror of memory. Next, your soul reviews its past lives, not with shame, but with truth and compassion. You feel what you made others feel. You witness your impact fully, not to punish, but to learn. Because guilt is a cage, and consciousness is the key. Imagine seeing your life not through the ego, but through the eyes of eternity, where every mistake becomes a doorway, every regret becomes a teacher. In this sacred space, your soul chooses what to release and what to carry forward as wisdom. Stage 3, the Council of Light. Then you are welcomed back by your Council of Souls, ancient, loving, wise. Together you choose what to learn next, what wounds to heal, which souls to meet again, as friends, teachers, or challengers. You co-write the script of your next life, not as fate, but as freedom. And this council doesn't just disappear when you're born. They walk beside you still, in dreams, in synchronicities, in the gut feelings you can't explain. If you've ever felt divine timing, sudden inspiration, or unexpected protection, that's them, whispering through the veil. Stage 4, the purpose you chose. Every soul chooses a mission, and yours is no accident. To awaken love, to break cycles, to inspire, to transform. You were born with everything you need to fulfill it. The clues, they're in what moves you and in what breaks you. Even your struggles are sacred because your soul knew they would awaken strength. If you've ever asked, why is this happening to me? Try asking, what is this awakening in me? Stage 5. The body and family. Your body, your family, not random, not a mistake. You chose them, even the pain, even the hardship, because your soul doesn't choose comfort, it chooses growth. The ones who challenged you the most may have been the ones who loved you the most, on the soul level. You chose your body as the perfect instrument for this incarnation. Every trait, every limitation, every gift, it's all part of your sacred design. Stage 6. The veil of forgetfulness. To fully live the game of life, you had to forget your mission, your origin, your light. The veil was placed gently so you could rediscover yourself from within. But it's thin, and in dreams, déjà vu, and silent knowing, it starts to lift. The veil is not a punishment, it's part of the sacred game, because what's more powerful than remembering is remembering by choice. Every time you follow your intuition, you create a tear in the veil. Every time you act with love over fear, you realign with your true self. Stage 7, the leap of faith. And then you jumped from infinite into flesh, from knowing into not knowing. Your birth was not weakness. It was the greatest act of courage your soul ever made. You didn't come here to play small. You came to shine. And even when you forget, your soul remembers. You are the one who chose this. You are the one who can choose again. You are not lost. You are not broken. You are not behind. You are remembering. And once you begin, you cannot go back. Now the only question left is, will you answer the call? Again, this is not the end. It's the beginning of remembering who you truly are. If this stirred something ancient in you, then your awakening has already begun. Let us know what resonated in the comments. And if you're ready to go deeper, start with the 21-day Quantum Thinking Challenge, linked in the pinned comment. See you on the other side. Remember, awakening is not a single event. It's a rhythm, a return, a reclamation. Some days you will feel your light, others you'll forget. But with every breath, the remembering continues. You are the author, the reader, and the story itself. And this chapter is only the beginning. If this made you think, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. There's so much more to uncover, and this is just the beginning. Stay curious, stay aware, and as always, question everything.